Hello. You should have received a worksheet from the guest teacher that looks like what's on my screen. I'm going to go through and do the even problems with you throughout the page as a reminder of how to solve these. And then you will go back and do the odd numbers on your own. Okay, the first section, we are reducing each fraction to lowest terms. Another word for that would be to simplify these fractions. And remember, you do that by asking yourself, what do the numerator and denominator both have in common? Okay, that would be the greatest common factor. So starting with number 2, you're asking yourself, what does 25 and 40 both have in common? Okay, and that would be that 5 can go into both numbers evenly. So when I simplify 25 40ths, I'm going to divide the top by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And 40 divided by 5 is 8. And if you need to use your multiplication tables in the front of your workbook, feel free to do so. Number 4, asking myself, what goes into both 15 and 24 evenly? Okay, you should be thinking that 3 goes into both numbers evenly. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Let's look at number 6. You're asking yourself, what goes into both 27 and 54 evenly? I know that 9 goes into both numbers evenly. 9 goes into 27 3 times. 9 goes into 54 6 times. And if you think about 3 and 6, that can actually be simplified one more time, because what can go into both 3 and 6? Well, 3 can go into both 3 and 6 evenly. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 goes into 6 twice. Number 8, we're asking ourselves, what goes into both 24 and 36 evenly? Okay, so I'm thinking about the first number that comes to mind is 6 goes into both numbers evenly. And maybe you saw that 12 also goes into both numbers evenly. I'm going to do it twice just so you see. Go ahead and write this twice as well. If you go with 6, okay, 24 divided by 6, 6 goes into 24 4 times. And 36 divided by 6 is 6. 6 goes into 36 6 times. Again, you notice that that is not in simplest form. Had we done 12, if you saw that, 12 goes into 24 twice, or 24 divided by 12 is 2. 36 divided by 12 is 3. So here, if you divide by 2 and divide by 2, you'll get 2/3. So we end up getting the same answer. The greatest factor, 12, will get you there quicker, but sometimes you don't happen to see the largest factor that goes into both of them. Okay? All right, so there's a reminder on how you simplify. You're asking yourself what number goes into both the numerator and denominator evenly. So you can either pause the video and do the odd problems, or you can move on with me and do the odd problems later. Okay? Okay, the next section, we're going to cross cancel by the greatest common factor, then solve. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to look diagonally. So when I have the number 4 8s, I know that 4 can go into both 4 and 8 evenly. If the smaller number can go into the bigger number, use that smaller number. So 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 8 twice. So I can cross cancel. Going this way, 6 and 9, 6 can't go into 9 evenly, but there is another number that goes into both 6 and 9 evenly, and that would be 3. So 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Now that we have cross-canceled to make our numbers easier, when we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. Now, unfortunately, 2 6 is still not in simplest form, right? Because 2 can go into both numbers evenly. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have 1/3. Let's go to number 12. I'm going to look diagonally. If I go this way, that smaller number 10 does go into 30, so I'm going to use the number 10. 10 goes into 10 once. 10 goes into 30 3 times, so we can simplify. 10/30 is 1/3. Looking the other way, what goes into both 15 and 21? We know that 3 does. 3 goes into 15. 3 goes into 15 5 times. And 3 goes into 21 7 times. Again, if you need to use your multiplication chart, do it. And then we multiply straight across. 1 times 7 is 7, and 5 times 3 is 15. So we have 7/15. Let's look at 14. Going this way, 15 and 25, the number that they both have in common is a 5. 5 goes into 15. 5 goes into 15 3 times, and 5 goes into 25 5 times. Going the other way, 12 and 27, 3 goes into both of those numbers evenly. So 3 goes into 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 4 times, and 3 goes into 27, 9 times. And then we can multiply straight across. 4 times 5 is 20, 3 times 9 is 27. So we have 20 27ths. Number 6, looking diagonal. 18 and 45. Okay, it wouldn't be 2 because 2 goes into 18, but 2 can't go into 45. 3 can go into both numbers, but I think there's a higher number. You should be thinking 9 goes into both those numbers evenly. So if I do 18 divided by 9, or how many times is 9 going to 18, we get twice. And how many times is 9 going to 45? We get 5. Okay. And then the other way, what can go into both 24 and 30 evenly? They're both even, so yes, 2 does go in, although there's a higher number that goes in. So 2 goes into both of them, 3 goes into both of them, 6 goes into both of them. You want to try to find the greatest factor that goes into both of them. So 6 goes into 24 4 times, and 6 goes into 30 5 times. And then when we multiply straight across, 2 times 5 is 10, and 4 times 5 is 20. What do we know about 10 out of 20? Well, that can be simplified, right? 10 goes into 10 once, and 10 goes into 20 twice. So 10 out of 20 is the same as a half. Okay, let's look at 18. Again, let's look diagonal. Going this way, the largest number that goes into both 10 and 50 would be 10. That 10 goes into the 50 evenly. So 10 goes into 10 once, and 10 goes into 50 5 times. Looking the other way, 21 to 27, so 3 goes into both of those numbers evenly. So 3 goes into 21 7 times. 3 goes into 27 9 times. And when I multiply straight across, 1 times 9 is 9. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay. So then you're going to do the odds on your own. Same way. When you flip your page over, the next section, we're going to convert each mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, it says remember to multiply the whole number times the denominator, then add the numerator. So remember, to change a mixed into an improper, you take this denominator and you multiply it by the whole number, and then you add the numerator. So 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17, and you put it over the same denominator. So we have 17/3. Oh, I just did an odd one instead of an even one. Okay, you've got one done for you. Let's go to 20. We're going to do 9 times 1, which is 9, plus 1 is 10. Put it over the same denominator. So we have 10/9. I'm going to jump to 22, even numbers. 7 times 10 is 70. Plus 6 is 76, and you put it over the same denominator, so 76/7. Number 24, 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19, and you put it over the same denominator. And 26, 8 times 3 is 24. Plus the 3 is 27. Put it over the same denominator. Okay, you now have 4 more of those to do on your own. Okay, the next section is we're going to convert each improper back into a mixed. So we just did a mixed to an improper. Now we're going to go from an improper and turn it back into a mixed. Let's start with 28. 27/4. Remember that this fraction bar is a division bar. So I'm going to do 27 divided by 4. 4 does not go into 2. 4 goes into 27 6 times. Use your multiplication chart if you need to. 6 times 4 is 24. And when we subtract, we get 3. When we change this into a mixed number, we're going to bring that 3 up and make it a fraction. We're going to put it over the denominator. So we have 6 3/4. Let's go to number 30. 12/7. We're going to do 12 divided by 7. Top number always goes on the inside. That fraction bar is a division sign. 7 does not go into 1. 7 does go into 12 one time, and 1 times 7 is 7. When we do 12, take away 7, we get 5. We're going to bring that 5 up and put it over the denominator. So we have 1 5/7. 32, 24/9. We're going to do 24 divided by 9 to turn it into a mixed number. 9 does not go into 24. I'm sorry, 9 does not go into 2. It goes into 24 twice. And 2 times 9 is 18. When we subtract 24, take away 18, we're going to get 6. We bring that 6 up and we put it over the denominator. Can that fraction be simplified? 2 6/9? What can go into both 6 and 9 evenly? 3 can. So leave that whole 2 number alone. And then 6 divided by 3, 3 goes into 6 twice. 9 divided by 3, 3 goes into 9 3 times. So 2 6/9 or 2 2/3. Number 34, 53/8 means 53 divided by 8. 8 can't go into 5. 8 can go into 53. Use your multiplication chart 6 times, because 6 times 8 is 48. And when you subtract, we get 5. We're going to bring that 5 up and put it over the denominator. So we have 6 5/8. And then this last even number, 48, means 40 divided by 8. 8 can't go into 4. 8 goes into 40 5 times evenly. So our answer is just 5. We don't write 5 and 0/8. We just write 5. Okay? So again, you've got 4 of those to do on your own. Okay, let's review dividing with fractions. Remember, there's a little trick. We keep the first one the same, switch the sign to multiplication, and we flip that second fraction. So we keep, switch, flip, or multiply by. The reciprocal is what that's called. Okay, so the very first step, we're going to keep 3/4 the same. The division switches to multiplication, and then we flip the 1/4, meaning the numerator and denominator flip spots. So now it's 4/1. That's step 1. Step 2, see if you can cross cancel. I can cross cancel because those 4s can cancel each other out. 4 goes into 4 one time, 4 goes into 4 one time. Step 3 is to multiply straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. I'm doing another odd number, my lord. 1 times 1 is 1. And then if you can, reduce. Well, I know that 3 divided by 1 is just 3. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you do 38, even though it's even, because I just did one for you. I'm gonna go to number 40 now. Okay, I'm gonna jump. Anytime you see a whole number, you put it over 1. So 7 is the same as 7/1. If you do 7 divided by 1, we still get 7, okay? We're gonna keep that first fraction the same, switch the sign, flip the second fraction. That's step 1. Step 2, cross cancel if you can, and I know we can because 7 goes into 14 evenly. So I can cancel 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 14 twice, and then we're going to multiply straight across. 1 times 15 is 15, 1 times 2 is 2. When it says reduce, well, that's the same thing. That is improper, so we're going to change it into a mixed number. So if I were to do 15 divided by 2, it goes in 7 times with 1 left over. So I have 7, bring your 1 up, and you put it over the denominator. So I have 7.5. Okay. Let's do number 42. Remember 10, any whole numbers go over 1. So I have 10/1. We're going to switch the division to multiplication. Before I can flip 2.5, we got to change this into an improper fraction first. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5/2, okay? So it's really 10/1 divided by 5/2, or 5/2. So then when we switch, or flip 5/2, we get 2/5. Keep, switch, flip. Alrighty, now we can cross cancel. I know that 5 goes into 5 once and 5 goes into 10 twice, so we can simplify and multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 divided by 1 is 4. Alrighty, I'm going to do one more with you. Number 44, both of them are mixed, so we need to change both of them to improper. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8/3. And 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12/5. All right, now I'm going to keep the first fraction the same, switch the sign, and flip the second fraction. So I have 8/3 times 5/12. I can cross cancel. What goes into both 8 and 12 evenly? Yes, 2 does, but there's a bigger number. Can you think of it? 4. 4 goes into 8 twice. And 4 goes into 12, 4, 8, 12, 3 times. When I multiply straight across, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 3 is 9. What kind of fraction is that, guys? That is improper. 10 divided by 9 goes in once with 1 left over. So we bring that 1 up and we put it over the denominator. Okay? So if it's improper, you need to change it back into a mixed number. Okay, so then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, and then go ahead and I want you to do 1 multiplication and 1 division as well, okay? So for the remainder of the time, you are going back and filling in everything that I have not done, and we'll talk about these tomorrow.